The officers of the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club include President Joe Desmond, Vice President Jerry Lorkowski, Treasurer Ken Smith, and Secretary Mark Meldrum. Welcome to the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club TV. Here are the hosts of your show, President Joe Desmond and Secretary Mark Meldrum.
Hey, Mark Meldrum from the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club here in Springfield, Ohio at the swap meet. And welcome to the June newsletter.
Way to go!
You're up.
Come on,
Well, I
Jeff.
thought I found Jeff. Maybe it's just a look-alike.
Is it my turn? Oh, I'm
It's your
sorry.
turn.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Larry. How you doing, man?
Great,
Jeff
great.
Marina Thompson, Facebook. Hey, you got an NOCC show coming up on August 5th and 6th, Cleveland, Ohio, Strongsville. Mark,
Yeah, that's a good show. We should go to it.
I'll meet you there. How about
All right.
that?
Sounds good. We'll see ya.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, here we are cruising around the swap meet today. Beautiful 66 Chevelle. Larry wants to buy it. We want to know how much this $20,000 car is, but we don't see the owner. But we definitely like it. I started looking at a 67 a few seconds ago over there. I got yelled at. Told me to come over and look at this 66, so pretty color. Like it. All right, welcome to Meldrum's Monster Garage, and today, as usual, we are working on the 67 Chevelle. So, just got done cutting grass, and decided to come out here and do one of the easier projects. You always hope it's easy, which is put door panels on the door here. So, got these old, crappy looking door panels. Okay, original door panels. And we have some brand new PUI door panels. Okay. And this plastic piece, we've already got that put on. We reused the original. And what we did there was we used this rubber stuff. I don't know what you call it. But you roll it out. It's kind of like silly putty. You roll it out. It's sticky. It's black. Roll it into a snake. And then you're gonna put it all the way around there, just like the factory did. So you got a nice little moisture barrier for your door panel. All right, very good. So then we're gonna get on to the PUI door panels, but first with the original door panels, you can see that you got to cut these little doodads out, these little decorative pieces. So they're glued on the back. We'll have to clean those up, and then we'll get them onto the new door panel. And there's nice little spots already for those. Okay, so we'll hot glue gun those on. So we had to cut some holes here, and of course all these holes will be cut up, covered by the door handles and the window cranks, and of course to pull your door shut here. All right. All right, guys and girls, we're still working on the door panels. Got interrupted by some other projects, but in the meantime, it was really hard to figure out where to put these little screws right here at the bottom of the panel, because the holes are already in the door, and trying to go through there and hit it is quite a challenge. And sure, you could make patterns and do all sorts of measuring and whatnot, but I talked to my engineers at work, and we kind of came up with a tool today, and I had one of my guys make this little tool. And it's pretty cool. Looks like a little anvil here with a pinprick on it. So it's nice because this fits in the hole, and then this pokes through the fabric. They made it nice and sharp for me. So it's just a little tiny hammer. They made it out of square stock, so it won't roll this way or that way as you push on the material. it'll stay flat against the door panel. So, little tip today, kudos out to my engineer Rob McGloin who came up with this, and we'll get these door screws in here with no problem now, and then we'll get the rest of the door panel done. Okay, all right. See ya. So now we're coming down to the nitty-gritty on the car interior. First thing to go on this window crank and the door handle are these little clips. And the little clips go into the slot there. I can't do this with one hand, so I'm not going to put it in. And then over top of that goes this little washer. Okay. And then you got a little spring here. Okay. Oh, a little spring here. And I can tell by this old thing here that there's a little hole there. So it's probably where the end of the spring hit. So we'll try to get it back in the same location, even though I've got a brand new spring. A lot of times these springs end up gone. They do keep it nice and tight on there, but I've taken apart a lot of cars and don't find that spring on there. The other thing I did was I peened this was kind of loose from many years of use, so I turned it over, put it on a wood bench, and then took the hammer and just peened that a little bit more so it would tighten up and not rock around like that, and it still rotates nice and freely. So here we go. We got the door panel on the car, and it's looking mighty nice. Windows go up and down. We got the lock mechanism working. So we will close the door on this project, and we are ready to move on to something else. See ya.
Hey there, Jim Umstead, NOCC member, back at Ump's Garage. We're starting to assemble Mark and Larry's Quadrajet here, and let's show what we're doing. Taking the bottom the throttle body plate off of it. Make sure you save your gaskets. Match the old ones up to the new ones. The kits usually come with a lot of different gaskets because they will rebuild a lot of different carburetors. Common problem on Quadrajets is right here. These are casting ports. They're plugs they put them in, and these right here. What I like to do is I like to mix up a little JB weld, cover them up. Both these and these. This is in case they expanded and contracted a few times, and they want to weep. Sometimes you get that carburetor when it sits, and then you go to start it because it's flooded because these things are leaking, and they leak into here and they leak in here and get into the carburetor. Some kits come with a piece of foam that fits in here. I don't know if this kit does or does not. That you don't have to JB weld these, but I do it anyways, and I put the piece of foam in. Piece of foam is a gasket material that helps seals this up. This is a common problem on the Quadrajets. Usually shafts and all that stuff on the plate are always pretty good on Quadrajets. This is a pretty clean carburetor. This will clean up pretty good. We'll throw it in the bubble bath and soak it for a little bit and then get it apart. Nice and clean. A little common problem on Quadrajets is this hole here where the fuel filler goes in. Sometimes it gets stripped, get too aggressive with that 1-inch wrench. These threads actually look pretty good. I don't know why this has the repair kit in it. If you see, it's got the slits. I don't know why it's got the repair kit. The filter obviously got crushed. Somebody also, if you notice, this has got the filter. It's got the one-way check valve in. It's more for a late model. Let's see if I can get where'd my little screwdriver go to here? There's a little check valve in that thing. I'll probably put that back in. It's actually a good thing to do on the cars. Our gas today is so lousy. It percolates with all the ethanol in it. What this does is it keeps the fuel from rolling back out of the carburetor down into the tank, makes that start, after it sits for 3, 4, 5 days. You don't have to crank the bejeevers out of it. So this is a repair kit with this, but it's in good shape, so I doubt if it leaks. On to the next part. So we're getting ready to put the carb parts in my dipping tank. This is a 5-gallon can of carburetor cleaner with a dipping basket. Napa product. Pretty good. Unfortunately, nowadays, the solvents that they have are environmentally safe, and they take forever to clean carburetors. If you got a really dirty one, you got to let it soak for a long time. So we'll put this in here, probably give it 15 minutes to 30 minutes, not a real dirty carburetor. We'll pull it out, wash it off with water, clean it with carb cleaner, and then blow it off with the air compressor, and we'll start putting it back together. As we mentioned last week, or last month, I've put JB Weld on these casting ports. This particular one, they've got these pressed in. You just got to put them around the lip. Let the JB Weld set up. It prevents gas leaking. This is also the little gasket I told you about that goes down in here. When you put the carb together, these sit against this. This did not come in the kit, but you can buy it separately, and you can dig up that part number. So we were going to show you, let's see what's next. We'll put these two pieces together and move on to the next one. Now we're going to work on the needle and seat. If you see down in here, there's a little screw. Inside that screw is a little ball bearing like this. This is the old one. Make sure that you replace that in the kit when you take it apart. Needle and seat goes there. This is where the metering rods go. We're going to set the needle and seat. There is a little gasket that goes down here underneath the seat part of it. So let's get that installed now. This is the needle. There's a little clip that goes on the top of that thing. Make sure you get that on there because it hangs on the float like this. Hopefully I'm in focus here. I'm going to put that in, and then there's a little measurement that you do. Got the instructions. You have to go through and find the make and model of your car, and it'll explain to you on how to set the float level. They give you a little gauge to measure it from the top of the bowl here. So we'll do that next. Float, needle, and seats installed. I'm going to try to do this one-handed, but you get this gauge. This particular float has to be at 9/30 seconds, so you put... I'm not going to be able to do this, but anywho, you put this piece of paper here, put it there. Let's see if we can get this right. And you push down on the back of the float, supporting it until it touches the piece of paper. You can bend how's that? Drop the phone. You can bend... I got it upside down. Yeah, I hate doing this. You bend the metal rods on the side to get the float where it's supposed to be set at. Not too difficult. Install the primary metering rods. What I discovered is, let's put it over here. That's the spring that came out that goes underneath this, that goes in there. That's the wrong spring. Should look like that. Fortunately, I got a junk carburetor in the attic that I use for pilfering parts, and I had the correct spring. One of the tricks is this slides up in here. I like to put just a dab of Vaseline on it. It holds it in place so that when I put it in, it doesn't fall out. Also, you got to have this on, and I also like to coat the accelerator pump hole with a little Vaseline just for the rubber going up and down. This is the accelerator pump. It's nice and soft. This one is nice and crusty. And we got to switch the spring over to that thing too, so we're going to do that next. Now comes the tricky part. This shaft, this little pivot thing, that rod has to go down in that hole like this in there. There it goes this way, I'm sorry. And when you assemble it, the choke, see the shaft on the end of that? It's got to go over that. There's no easy way of doing it. You just got to fight through it. So that's what I'm going to do. I have no tricks on that one. Just got to twist and hope everything line up good. Alright, I got it together, ready for assembly. Got my little thing down in there. One of the tricks that I've learned is when you're putting this thing on, if you, see if I can do this, push open the secondaries, which is this thing, it lifts up the metering rods, and then they just drop right in place. Make sure you get them in the right holes. Got to get everything lined up. I know my camera motion is driving everybody nuts, but what can I say? And so let's put the top on this thing. And then I got to go back up in the attic and get another part because I'm missing the rod that comes from this to the secondary. Got this put on. Remember I told you to knock that rod out so that it makes it easier to put the accelerator pump rod on. We're going to put the choke rod on now. I did find up in the attic the rod that goes along the side here for the secondaries. Got that part. So we're getting it together here, slowly but surely. I'm going to put the idle mixture screws in the bottom. That's these little bad boys. I usually put them at about 2 turns out, 2.5 turns out. And so that kind of, I'm just going to kind of wrap it up here because what I got to do is going to take a few minutes. So that's kind of how you, a quick scenario, putting together a quadrojet. If you got any questions, you know where to find me.
Hey, Mark Meldrum, Northern Ohio Chevelle Club, and here we are over at Larry's house, and we're getting the engine ready for transportation to meet up with our 67 Chevelle, which is in my garage. So, we're just finishing up some pieces here. We've been priming the engine all week, so it's nice and primed. I got the truck ready to go. I got the exhaust on, the starter on, just about as much as we could get test fit on here. Before we decide to bring it over to the house. And then we'll finish up the fan and get the carburetor all hooked up and whatnot. So we're going to take the carburetor off, get it loaded up in the truck, and we will see you soon over at my place. Okay, over and out. All right, NOCC, wanted to give you an update. We got the motor over to my house. There's Uncle Larry walking in. We decided to have a beer. Car's up on the lift. We'll get it down, and hopefully,
Thank you, Mike, for this support.
yes,
Beer.
Mike
Thank you
supplied
very
beer,
much.
and if we could get about 20 more people over here, we could just lift this motor in and throw it in instead of using all these damn chains and everything else. Okay, we see you.
Thank you, guys.
Come on over. Good afternoon, Northern Ohio Chevelle Club. It's been a long day out here in the garage. We finally got this engine sitting in there. What do you think, Larry?
Oh, looks good. Gonna
Looks
run
good.
good.
It's gonna run good. We still fiddling with the transmission a little bit, but we got her in there.
Thank Mike and Mike.
Mike and Micah came over, and they're still helping us. So we'll keep working. We'll keep updating you. Oh, I'm tired.
o'clock.
Start it up after it cooled down. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah. Beauty. Oh, yeah. Got a good motor.
It is, sure.
Ignition. Look at that.
Hey, you hear that? Hey!
That's after setting for what? About an hour and a half? Sucker started right up.
What's it say? We can read that good now.
Beautiful. Good oil pressure. Good temperature. Yeah.
From the Mind of Jeff by Jeff Thompson.
Hey everybody, look who I found this morning. This is my neighbor Claude. Say hi, Claude. Now you can't eat the camera. He's my buddy. I'll just tell you that here. You know, as you know, we have a Chevelle show coming up. Claude, I never did discuss this to you, but what do you think about rodeos and horses? What are you yawning for? Now don't eat my shirt. What do you think about rodeos and horses? I think that rodeo horses are wimps. All they do is running around in circles. Well, Claude, you can really, you're like a ventriloquist. You don't have to move your lips when you talk. Well, I've been practicing a long time. I just wish all the folks from the NOCC show a good luck and have a happy drive to the NOCC show. Well, I guess that spooked him. Well, this is Maud. So Maud comes up here. Maud, we got Claude and Maud. Claude, what do you think of the NOCC show? Well, Maud, that's a little deep for a female horse, isn't it? Well, I just don't feel good today, and I've got a cold. But I heard you mentioning the NOCC show. And when the NOCC show comes in August, I heard you have a lot of Chevelles up there. Well, yes. Don't eat my shirt. Well, I can see this video is gone to the horses. Anyhow, folks, August 5th and 6th, Cleveland, Ohio, Strongsville, at the Holiday Inn. Be there. Claude and Maud will be there. Nah, probably not. But anyhow, it sounded good. Anyhow, you guys have a great day, and I'll talk at you.
The 14th Annual Chevelle Show and Rodeo is sponsored in part by Don Sitz Auto Group. Great cars and trucks with honest prices. They're family owned and operated since 1990. They're located at 2461 Front Street in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. That's 330-945-5800 or donsitz.com on the web.
Good morning, Northern Ohio Chevelle Club. Mark Meldrum coming to you live from Meldrum's Monster Garage to read off the anniversaries and birthdays for the month of June. So, I've got a lot on my list here. I apologize up front if I stumble through my words, but as I get ready here, got the 72 in the background, got the 67 up on the lift. We got people coming into church next door, so they're wondering, what am I doing over here, talking to a camera or talking to my trailer here? I got the camera propped up on my trailer. But anyway, Jerry couldn't do the birthdays and anniversaries this month, so he's right in the middle of a move, so we'll help him out. So, starting off this month, Tom and Amy Assiger, I see your anniversary is on June 2nd. Happy anniversary. Mike and Kathy Ely, your anniversary is June 9th, so happy anniversary. On June 19th, Bill and Lynn Holford, happy anniversary, and it's also Bill's birthday on June 3rd. Okay, going down here to Don and Debbie Justice. Happy anniversary, Big Daddy and Deb. Your anniversary is on, let me see, June 14th, and Don's birthday is on June 23rd. And next we have George and Jerry Kivlowski. A lot of good club members here have anniversaries in June. Your anniversary is on June 3rd. Happy anniversary, George and Jerry. And next we got a couple birthdays. Got Rob and Kelly. I'm gonna butcher this name. Klingenherbel. I apologize. But Rob and Kelly, you know who you are. June 26th is Rob's birthday, and then Kelly, your birthday is on June 30th. Excuse me. And then I got another birthday on June 16th, Sonny Kubat. So happy anniversary, Sonny. And Jerry, you're going to be in trouble because you didn't read your birthday to your mom this month, Judy Lorkowski, June 26th. Happy birthday, Judy. Haven't seen you in a while. You doing okay? Alrighty. Next on the list is the anniversary. David and Debbie Miner on June 26th. Happy anniversary. And then on June 17th, Sean and Christina McElroy. Happy anniversary. Congratulations to Kayla. She just graduated from the University of Toledo and she has a job, so have fun paying back your student loans now. Next on the list, on June 8th, is Ed and Debbie Nichols. Happy anniversary. And it's also Deb's birthday on June 4th. So, happy birthday, happy anniversary to the Nichols. All right, let's see. This is hard to do on the iPad. Next, we have Rich and Ann Rutt. Rich, your birthday is on June 28th. So, happy birthday, Rich. I don't have anything for for Ann or for your anniversary. So, hey, I got a lot of blank spots on this spreadsheet I have. So, if I don't read off your anniversary or your birthday, it's because you didn't fill it out when you joined the club. So, if you want me to read them, send them in to me, and hopefully Kenny will update this spreadsheet because we keep this on the paid members spreadsheet. All right, next we have Becky Shimko on June 16th. Happy birthday, Becky, married to Josh. And Bob Stump, I see your birthday is on June 2nd. It's coming up pretty quick, so happy birthday. Hope you have a great day. And then, oh, look here, Pat Umstead on June 14th. I think this is the big 6-0. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But happy anniversary, Patty. As most of you club members know, my son married Monica Umstead. So Pat and Jim are always got a special place in my heart. And happy anniversary to Patty. And hopefully we'll see you on your birthday. Okay. And next we have Scott West, June 30th. Happy birthday. And last on my list, let's see here. Looks like we have William Whitman on June 30th, rounding out the month. So, once again, happy birthday, happy anniversary. I wish I had a drink in my hand so I could toast you, but it's Sunday morning and it's a little early to drink and get too crazy. But like I said, have a happy birthday, happy anniversary, and we will see you next month with Jerry reading these off. See ya! Hey, one more quick note while I'm setting out here in the garage. I've got the 72 out here, I've got the 67 in here, just projects going crazy here over at Meldrum's Monster Garage on Chevelle's. Hey, if you want to stop over and help, feel free to, especially somebody with a 67. If you could come over, stop by, and I could see how your wiring's done on your car, because that's about the last thing done. We got to finish up is the engine compartment wiring on this car, a little bit on the dash. So one additional thing I wanted to talk about was a show coming up here in Michigan at the Eleanor and Etzel Ford Museum. Uncle Larry and I have been invited to a Concours d'Elegance. Can you believe it? us two good old boys going to a Concours d'Elegance, but they found out about our my 72 convertible and his 66 Chevelle, and they have a Concours d'Elegance where they only invite 15 muscle cars to this show. So we feel very honored to get to go. This will be on June 19th, coming up on Father's Day. So we plan on loading the cars up and taking it to Michigan to this spectacular show. That should provide for some really good video. I don't know if Larry and I have to dress up in a tie for this Concours d'Elegance, but we'll try to look nice, and we'll try to do the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club proud when we display our cars up there. Okay, see ya.
And now it's time for another round of Mel's Musings with Melanie Bender.
Gonna put the world away for a minute, pretend I don't live in it. Sunshine gonna wash my blues away. Had sweet love, but I lost it. She got too close, so I fought it. Now I'm lost in the world, trying to find me a better way. Wishing I was knee deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze and it don't seem fair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. And I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise.
Wrote a note, said be back in a minute. Bought a boat and I sailed off in it. Don't think anybody's gonna miss me anyway. Mind on a permanent vacation. The ocean is my only medication. Wishing my condition ain't ever gonna go away.
Cause now I'm knee deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze blowing wind through my hair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. And I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. This champagne shore washing over me.
It's a sweet, sweet life, living by the salty sea.
One day you,
I got a heart full of rhythm that beats with no pain. I got a head full of melody stuck in my brain. But the best part of being a singer at all is singing to the world my songs. I said singing to the world my song.